Next up, on an all-new Rick and Rick,
Tesla's new Cybertruck blows up the internet.
the holiday Yule log gets spit roasted, ASMR style.
The top 5 reasons your gift list is getting geekier than ever.
Plus, the Christmas pizza that's covered in turkey and gravy served in a singing box.
I'm not sure that sounds good.
Count me out.
And it all starts right here, right now.
On the one show where everybody leaves cookies for Old St. Rick.
And everybody rules the world.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Rick and Rick Rule the World. I'm Rick Matheson, and I am joined, as always, by Rick Wooten. How you doing, Nick? Rick.
I'm doing great, man.
So we are about a month out, right, from
That's
Rise
right.
of Skywalker. You are our big Star Wars fan here. How is this chiasmus within a chiasmus within a chiasmus going to come to a close?
You know, that's the fascinating thing is as I've been watching the clips and the trailers and that sort of thing, it seems like they're kind of breaking with it, and it's hard. It's always hard to tell from the little bit that you see before the movie comes out. But I'm not really seeing the connection and how they're going to tie all those chiasmus into each other to complete the trilogy of chiasmi.
We've talked about how some of the theories are that there's some kind of time loop and that we might end up where we began, which kind of fits with a chiasmus, right?
That's true. You know, I read that Princess Leia at one time was going to be the main character, and so it's going to be interesting because if that's true, then they had to completely change the story after she passed away.
Interesting.
So, you know, there's a little bit of that going on. The other one is I heard there were quite a bit of recuts on this, and so I think it took them a little bit to really feel like they got that vision together. And frankly, I mean, just think about the amount of pressure on them with this movie, where they're trying to wrap up this 9-movie series that started 42 years ago. And so that's a huge amount of pressure to put on, you know, a producer and a director and even the actors and actresses that are in this movie. So, you know, it's make or break time. This movie is either going to go off famously, it's going to be famous either way, or it's going to go off infamously.
At least there won't be a discussion of whether there is a secret J.J. Abrams cut. That is done. I don't follow this, and I don't have Disney Plus, and I don't know my Mandalorians from my Dolomites. Which of these is a new Star Wars TV show, and what are your thoughts? Have you seen it yet?
So the Mandalorian is the TV show that's on Disney Plus, and it, you know, follows this race of people from the planet Mandalore, and they look just like Boba Fett. I think, you know, we talked about this before. I thought that they were Boba Fett, but I guess they're not. They're a different race.
Yeah.
But anyways, this TV show is actually getting a lot of good press, and people are really excited about it. I see regular posts from all the geek websites on it. Every time there's a new episode that drops, they're out there, you know, reviewing it. So I think it's going to be really interesting. I haven't started watching it myself yet, and I've been waiting to the holiday when I actually have time to sit down and enjoy it. And plus, for some episodes to actually build up, because
Right.
I'm kind of a binge watcher now.
Right.
And so with the holidays right around the corner, I'll be definitely doing that.
We need to get moving on here to our first break, and when we come back, it's time for the good, the bad, and the ugly, and we're going to be talking about the big news from this past week, a thing called the Cybertruck from Tesla, so stay tuned. Hey, Rick and Rick Nation, don't forget to check out our website at rickandrick.com. It's double the Rick in just one click at rickandrick.com. All right, everybody, welcome back to Rick and Rick Rule the World. This is Rick Matheson and Rick Wooten. And topic A in Good, the Bad, and the Marketing, Elon Musk introduced the new $39,000 starting model of the Cybertruck. And when I first saw it, I literally was like, what the truck? It is only two-wheel drive. There's a $49,000 model and a $69,000 all-wheel drive model. I'm hoping that at least the $69,000 model features upscale accoutrements like seatbelts and rear view mirrors.
I feel like this was a very odd design exercise that I was really hoping that this was one of those like show cars that were going to lead to what eventually actually does come out. That is just too bad. I mean, I've seen so many memes on this in the last week or so.
Yeah, totally.
One of my favorites, which is just totally accurate, is it looks like what a truck or a car would look like in a 1990s video game where you could only have 6 polygons or
Right.
10 polygons to render the vehicle. It's just horrible.
It is a bizarre looking vehicle, and my understanding is it probably is a preview to what's to come. My understanding is the next version that they're thinking about would look a little bit more conventional, and that they wanted to make waves with this one. And unfortunately, they made kind of negative waves with it. When I think of a Tesla driver, I automatically think rugged outdoorsman not. The person who's going to buy this isn't going to barely take it out of their garage.
I don't know if you've ever watched Breaking Bad, but they have a Pontiac Aztek, which is kind of like the joke of the SUVs because it was so ugly.
Right.
This looked like the offspring of a DeLorean and an Aztek. I love some of the tech that they put into it. I like the idea that the whole tonneau cover on the back is, basically a giant solar cell
Right.
that will generate electricity. I love all that kind of stuff, but the design was horrible. And of course, yet, they made this big deal about how, the doors are made of stainless steel. And so they could hit it with a sledgehammer, which was fine. And the windows, for whatever reason, because I've never thought that I needed this, are bulletproof. So they tried to demonstrate that by throwing a metal ball bearing at the window, which of course shatters the window, thus proving that it wasn't actually bulletproof.
Yeah, it was kind of a disastrous rollout, to be sure. And the thing can't look like that when it comes out, only because it really does have to have rear view mirrors. Maybe they're doing something with cameras and it shows up on that middle console or something, so they don't have to have exterior mirrors, but I think they need seatbelts. I kind of got this from USA Today, CNET, and other sources. The top 3 best tech toys of holiday 2019. Number 1 was the Monopoly Voice Banking Electronic Family board game. And as it's described, it says Monopoly meets voice recognition. Talk and Mr. Monopoly listens. Press the button and say commands like pay rent on Marvin Gardens. Mr. Monopoly will respond and move the payment to an opponent's account.
When my kids were little, we actually bought the Monopoly version of Monopoly where you each have a credit card. And so it kind of teaches that idea of how to responsibly use credit cards, I guess. I don't know, not really, but whatever. And so this is kind of like the next iteration of that, where they've now taken it and made added the voice interactivity and made the whole thing digital. That's pretty cool.
Number 2 was the Avengers Marvel Legends series in-game power gauntlet, articulated electronic fist. So it's the Infinity Stone gauntlet, and it comes with sound effects and clinched fist lock and more. Number 3 is Star Wars Scream Saber. So as CNBC puts it, if you want to be a Jedi but don't like the traditional buzzing sound of a lightsaber, the Star Wars Scream Saber is the perfect alternative. The role-play item allows you to record a short soundbite or choose from a selection of pre-recorded sounds. Once you've inputted your sound, like a meow or a scream or a belch, some other wacky noise or word, the saber will repeat it every time you swing the lightsaber. When we were kids, we had just the little flashlight thing with a plastic tube. Now this thing, you're telling me you can go meow, 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 or belch while you're fighting somebody with your lightsaber?
Oh man, you know what? I agree with you. I would have never thought of this, but I guarantee you that kids like my boys would have loved this. They would have gone wild for this. So yeah, as weird as this one sounds, they might actually have a winner in their hands here.
Now, there were 3 toys that didn't quite make the list here, including what we'll call our top 3 best also-ran toys of holiday 2019. And number 1, Rick, is Play-Doh Pringles Stackables. So you can stack blue and white and green Play-Doh Pringles to make a jalapeno popper stackable that tastes just like Play-Doh. Or stack yellow, green, and red Play-Doh Pringles to make your very own ballpark hot dog with mustard and pickles stackable that tastes just like Play-Doh. So that one didn't quite make our list here. Number 2 is Bellyache Baby Yoda. So here you discover all too late the differences between human and Yoda physiologies after spoon-feeding Gerber peas and carrots puree to a shockingly powerful 50-year-old infant alien hand puppet. It's endless hours of colicky terror for your whole family. Last but not least, so number 3 of our top 3 also-ran toys is the Tinker Tesla Cybertruck Design Studio. Kids 4 and up smoke pot while designing $40,000 vanity trucks. Choose from bulletproof metallic geometric shapes that include trapezoids and trapezoids. Comes complete with cast iron sledgehammer and ballistic steel shot put so kids can botch their very own product rollout. Those were our top 3 also ran toys for holiday 2019. One thing that I'm not sure is going to take off that big is this Christmas pizza covered in turkey and gravy. I saw this in Ad Age. So Boston Pizza, they've got a new Christmas pizza that's lathered in turkey, cranberry sauce, and gravy. To get the word out, the agency, John Saint something, enlisted pizza-crazed carolers. And the 7-member choir sings an ingredient list in this commercial and explains the obvious, that it's a turkey dinner on a pizza, all to the tune of Carol of the Bells. You got to watch this, Rick. It's hilarious. There's like, cranberry sauce, gravy on top, turkey as well, and lots of cheese. Why is there cheese? Because we love cheese. I mean, it's hilarious. Select customers who order it will receive the pizza in a musical pizza box that plays the song when the box is open. It's sort of the perfect song to include here because this is like Psycho Santa's theme song.
I could do without the song, but it did actually inspire a couple ideas on my part. I was thinking what might be kind of cool is, after the beginning of the year, everybody tries to go through a weight loss thing. What you could do is add guilty quotes to the pizza box, so that every time you opened up, it'd say, "Do you really need another piece of pizza? Maybe you should make a healthy choice and have yourself some broccoli."
Maybe what's not another bad idea if you really, really, really love beef is this holiday yule log. The National Cattlemen's Beef Association has announced that they're putting out one of these yule log videos. This is what they're calling 2-hour beef drool log YouTube video, and it features nothing but a prime rib roast cooking on a rotisserie over open flames. Now, there's no dialogue, but I don't know, it was Ad Age or Ad Week. One of them described the video as ASMR-like because all you hear is the ambient sounds. Like with the Yule log, you hear the crackling of the fire. Well, here you're kind of hearing the juices roasting.
So, I'm a big fan of the barbecue. I'm just having a really hard time thinking that it would be awesome and fun to watch a slab of beef roast on your TV while you're relaxing.
There's even a Chuck Knows Beef. It's an all-knowing beef virtual assistant powered by Google Artificial Intelligence. And it has families covered with all the recipes and tips needed for a flawless holiday roast. Who knew beef was going to go so high-tech? When we come back from our second break, it's time for loaded questions, so don't go anywhere. All right, Rick and Rick rule the world here. Are you ready for some loaded questions?
Yes, let's do this.
All right, first up. Which of the following is not a description of an actual advertising campaign this holiday season? A, Cardi B's Holiday Twerk Shop from Pepsi. B, Red Bows No More from Lexus. C, First Christmas with a $70 ugly sweater from Oreos. Or D, Anna Kendrick shows off her snow globes from Frito-Lay.
I'm going to go with the Cardi B one.
The correct answer is B. So there is an actual ad campaign, Cardi B's Holiday Twerk Shop from Pepsi. The one that was made up here is just the Red Bows No More from Lexus, suggesting there won't be red bows this year. In truth, this is actually Lexus's 20th December to Remember campaign, and there are plenty of red bows to go around. Okay, question 2. Which of the following is not an actual toy for sale this Christmas? A, LOL Surprise, Fluffy Pets Winter Disco Series with removable fur. B, official Mega Gravedigger all-terrain remote control monster truck. C, Treasure X Animals Dissection Kit. Or D, Orboot Virtual Reality Interactive Globe. Which of these is not an actual toy for sale this Christmas?
I have no idea. Those all sound legit.
The answer is D. All of these are actual toys this holiday season, according to goodhousekeeping.com. All except D, that is, there is not an Orboot Virtual Reality Interactive Globe, but there is an Orboot Augmented Reality Interactive Globe, which kind of makes a lot more sense if you think about it. Last question. Which of the following is not a famous Christmas saying? A, what I don't like about office Christmas parties is looking for a job the next day. B, mail your packages early so the post office can lose them in time for Christmas. C, I bought my kids a set of batteries for Christmas with a note saying toys not included. D, one of the most glorious messes in the world is the mess created in the living room on Christmas Day. Don't clean it up too quickly. E, all of the above, or F, none of the above. Which of these is not a famous Christmas saying?
I'm going to say all the above.
Almost. It's actually none of the above. So each of these ranks among 49 famous Christmas quotes collected by a site called skiprichard.com. So that first one was Phyllis Diller, B was Johnny Carson, C was Bernard Manning, and D was from Andy Rooney. And they got a lot of good stuff. But one more that I'll add from the site is from Shirley Temple, who once remarked, "I stopped believing in Santa when I was 6. Mother took me to see him in a department store and he asked for my autograph."
That's pretty funny.
Now, I'm telling you, so when we come out with our own holiday claymation special, that's what we'll do. It'll be Rick and Rick Wreck Christmas, and the tagline can be something like, "They may rule the world, but you just know they're going to F up Christmas." Thank you, everybody, for listening. We'll be talking a lot more about the holidays and marketing and media in the weeks ahead. In fact, we also are coming up on awards season here at Rick and Rick, so we're going to be looking at some of the best in augmented reality, virtual reality, mobile marketing, and a whole lot more. So be on the lookout and be sure to tune in for the one show where everybody's name is Rick.
And everybody rules the world.